Hello and welcome into your Game 20. That's right, 20th game of the season. We're a quarter of the way through the season. Bruins fan reaction video. And I'd like to start off by apologizing for this video coming out about a day and a half, 2 days later than it normally should. I've just been pretty busy with school and all that lately, so the videos have been kind of pushed to the side, but I'm going to get to every game like I always do. Now, I did watch this game. However, I'm not going to go into full detail about everything and anything that happened in this game for the pure fact that I am now 2 days behind this game, and I feel like it is time to move on and look at the future for the Bruins because there's been some pretty earth-shattering news. Before I get to that, however, I will talk a little bit about the game. Okay, so the big thing about this game is there is no Patrice Bergeron on the ice tonight for the Boston Bruins, and that is killer because he affects every and any situation for the Bruins. Penalty kill, he's out there. Power play, he's out there. First line, he's out there. He is our horse, and we ride him. Without Bergeron, there's a much bigger chance for this team to derail itself. Even though they did not have Bergeron tonight, though, or 2 days ago now, they were able to pull out the win versus the Coyotes. The Bruins' first goal in this game would come off an offensive face-off that they would lose, but it would go back behind the Coyotes' net. Noel Acciari, with that fourth-line grinding type of play, goes back there and forces a turnover, and he goes for the wraparound, and JFK is there to bang in the rebound off of Acciari's wraparound for his first NHL goal, which is awesome for the BU product. And Noel Acciari gets his first point of the season. It took him 20 games, but better late than never. Now, this is the type of goal that pumps you up because it's the kid's first ever career NHL goal. It's a fourth liner. Actually, Acciari was playing on the third line with JFK tonight. It was JFK, Heinen, and Acciari. Interesting third line, but that's what happens when Bergeron's out. You get interesting combos. And when you see a guy get his first goal and you see a guy who doesn't normally get on the score sheet, it fires you up, it gets you pumped up. That goal happened a minute and 12 seconds into the game. And in a minute and 33 seconds after this goal, the Bruins would strike again. Marchand and DeBrusk would start the breakout, and Marchand would take it to the net, and DeBrusk would follow up, and DeBrusk would put in the rebound, and it wasn't a pretty goal, but it's a goal nonetheless, and the Bruins are up 2-0 less than 3 minutes into the hockey game. Now, the Coyotes are a younger team, they're an inexperienced team, and they're not that great of a team. They're an okay team in the Western Conference. They're 9-1 right now, which is pretty average. You want to be above fake 500, which they have more combined losses and overtime losses than wins, so they're very under average, I'd say, at this point in the season. And when you go down 2-0 this early in a game, it is really hard to come back from. And even though they outshot the Bruins 33-22, an uphill climb is always a tough battle, and it was tough for the Coyotes tonight. They could make the argument they were the better team tonight. I'd agree with them on that. But when you don't put the puck in the net, you're not going to win the game, and the Coyotes were not able to put the puck past Yaroslav Halak enough tonight. They were, however, able to get one when Connor Clifton turned it over to Vinny Hinostroza. Hinostroza and Brad Richardson got a 2-on-0. Hinostroza passes it to Richardson, and Richardson puts it past Halak. Bad mistake by Connor Clifton, but it's the second game in the NHL, so you give him a little slack on that one, and you say, go again next time, you'll do a better job next time type of deal. But that would be the only goal the Coyotes got. The Bruins' defense was very good. I feel like the Coyotes out-shooting them is more because the Bruins couldn't mount zone time, or that would be the reason that I noticed at least. And the Bruins did just enough to pull out a 2-1 victory here. And it's a solid victory. On the road in Phoenix, you get the W. They all count the same. That's 2 points, and the Bruins are still in a playoff spot. That playoff spot, however, is going to be a lot harder to hold now with another key injury to our lineup. And this is getting low-key ridiculous. Not even low-key. This is high-key at this point. When it's Bergeron, Zdeno Chara, Charlie McAvoy, they're all out right now. Bergeron is out for 4 to 6 weeks. Chara is out for 4 to 6 weeks. McAvoy was spotted in Detroit today practicing, but he was not wearing a contact jersey. He was wearing a non-contact jersey, so he's not being physical yet. He has a concussion, so who knows? Those linger. He could be out like another day to another month. Those things are weird with how they work. Carlo has an upper body injury. They won't specify what that is. That means it's probably a concussion. John Moore has a lower body injury. They won't specify what that is. That usually means bad. Vakanainen has a concussion too, but he's not even really a part of this. He was here for 2 minutes, and now it feels like I forgot he even played for us. Really, that's how short he was here with us. Pretty sure I said in the last video or the video before, I'd much rather take an offensive injury than a defensive injury. Now I'm really eating those words because you basically, when I said that, they basically took away the best defensive offensive player we have. So, and our best overall forward, in my opinion, at least. If you think Pasternak's better, good for you. If you think Marchand's better, good for you. I think Bergeron is the best forward on this team. And the fact that we're now losing him for a month, along with our best shutdown defenseman in Chara, our best two-way defenseman in McAvoy, a very good defensive defenseman in Carlo, it really just blows right now because it's hard to tell when we're getting any of these players back. Kevin Miller is, however, coming back, so that probably means Zaboral sits. And this is concerning because as good as the Bruins are on paper when fully healthy, with all these injuries, they really risk having a really bad month and not only setting themselves back for seeding come the playoffs, they set themselves back on possibly, you never know. I hate to say that it's a possibility, but it's an NHL. They could miss the playoffs. They honestly could. It happens in the NHL. Teams get injured, they struggle, and they don't get enough wins by the end of the year to make the playoffs. It happened to Tampa Bay like 2-3 years ago, which they have most, if not all, of the same pieces, minus like Ryan McDonough, and they didn't make the playoffs because they suffered from injuries all year. It happens to elite teams. So this next month may just be the most important month of the season for the Boston Bruins, which is good from like an interest in wanting to watch the games, but it's also one of those like scary, oh shit, like if we lose these games, this could really impact us come April and March when we have to win. If we don't win then, if we do bad now, and we win then, it might not even matter that we're winning then. And that's the scary part about what we're going through right now. Right now, we have a good record at 11-6-3. Solid record. You need to keep it above fake 500 before all your boys get back. You really have to do that because once they come back, you'll probably be going back to better than what that record is win percentage-wise with everyone healthy. But you really need to do good while everyone is out. The last thing I'm going to look at before I end the video is the Bruins practice lines from today, because this is probably what we're going to be getting, barring injury, for the remainder of the time Bergeron is out. So on the first line, you have Bjork, Krejci, and Pasta. Second line, you have Marchand, Nordstrom, and DeBrusque. Third line, you have Heinen, JFK, and Achari. Then fourth line, you have Wagner, Corrali, and Backus. Now, I think these are pretty good lines based on what I've seen so far this year, if you have to play without Bergeron. Now, the JFK, Heinen, and Achari line played very good against the Coyotes the other night. The one thing I would be concerned about is if Nordstrom can hold up that second line role and be productive in it. He's been good at most spots he's been put in by Cassidy this year, but I'm going to be interested to see how he does in a top six role having his own line. How he plays with the much more skilled Marchand and DeBrusque should be interesting to see. DeBrusque is starting to find a scoring touch, though, and Marchand is pretty good at putting a team on his back when he wants to, so I think Nordstrom should get by just fine just by being a passenger on that line. But York, Krejci, and Pasta is an interesting first line that I think could actually stay together even when Bergeron comes back if they play well together. I could very much see Cassidy sticking in Bergeron where Nordstrom is here, and then dropping Nordstrom to the wing right here, Achari back to the fourth line, and scratching Wagner. That is a very big possibility. So this lineup not only has implications for the Bruins in the next month, but it could have implications on what Bruce Cassidy does after the month when Bergeron comes back if he sees combos that he likes better. Because hockey's about matchups and styles of play, and if people play well together, just because someone thinks you're better than another person doesn't mean you're necessarily going to be on a line above someone because you have more skill. You may fit better with people on the third line even though you're more skilled than someone on the second line. It's very weird how hockey works that way, but sometimes it just does. And I think these lines are serviceable and very capable. I'm not going to go over the defense because it's pretty similar to what we've had the last few days, I guess the last week or so, except you're going to insert Kevin Miller and take out Steven Kampfer or Zaboral. I think they're taking out Zaboral, and you're probably going to see Kevin Miller inserted into that top pair, probably with Krug, I'd say. So it's probably going to be Krug, Miller, Grzelcyk, Lauzon, Clifton, Kampfer, or maybe Clifton, Krug. It's going to be interesting. I'm actually going to check quickly to see what the practice lines were today. They had Grzelcyk, Miller, Krug, Clifton, Lauzon / Zaboral, and Kampfer. I can't see Zaboral actually playing over Lauzon in that situation, so that third pair is most likely Lauzon and Kampfer. One thing that is surprising is how much trust Connor Clifton is getting right off the bat, as I'm pretty sure he was an undrafted college player, and he's seamlessly transitioned. He's looked solid in both games. Hasn't really been too much of an issue, minus that turnover. He beat the crap out of Jason Spezza, which you love to see. And he, Lozon, Grizzlick, and Krug were the 4 defensemen on the Bruins versus the Coyotes to get over 20 minutes. Zaboral and Kampfer got far less, and I'm really wondering how long Kampfer is going to hold a spot in this lineup. And when we get healthy, if we get healthy, I should say, you're never seeing Kampfer again. Kampfer just hasn't been that great, and the fact that Lozon is basically past him in the respect of the coaches, and Clifton's passed him up, shows you that Kampfer is not going to be here much longer, or he's not going to be in the NHL much longer for the Bruins. Okay, so that's all I have time for you in this video. Down below in the comments, give me a rating, a scale of 1 to 10, how concerned you are with the Bruins. 1 being you're not concerned at all, 10 being you think like it's about to go downhill, team's going to go to shit and they're not going to make the playoffs, and they're going to be in the lottery. That's a 10. If you think they're going to be fine, playoffs, no problem. Seeing Toronto in the first round, wiping them out again, give me a 1. Sucks that we don't have Bergeron and Char for a month, but that's how it is sometimes. Hit the thumbs up button if you like the video. Leave a comment down below with your thoughts. Hit the subscribe button and click the notifications on so you can get notified every time I post a video. That's all I have for you in this one, and I will see you tomorrow for the Bruins fan reaction video against the Detroit Red Wings. I'll see you next time. Peace.